Peace and blessings. Peace and blessings. Wow, I'm hot in the face. It's hot in here, man. The discussion we're having today, y'all. Man, come on in. Listen, this is such a serious discussion and topic that our next guest said he cheated, but he wants to remain anonymous for his protection and for his what was to be his wife to be. Right? Listen, we're just going to give a few minutes for people to come on in. We're going to just come on in. I hope everyone is doing great today. I hope everyone is doing great today. The next subject, y'all, whew, golly, the double-edged sword, right? The double-edged sword, right? It's such an often talked about discussion or topic, but it's one that a lot of people don't truly understand, right? And so when you're the one that this has happened to, depending on the love that you have for said individual, it can destroy your world. It can destroy your world. I was thinking about our brother, may he be freed, Jamil Alameen, who is a political prisoner. He was known to the world one time as H. Rap Brown. He was given a class on adultery from the Islamic perspective. And he was saying that adultery or cheating is almost like, is like murdering your partner. Now, not only did he say it's murdering your partner, it is murdering the community. He went on to elaborate, paraphrasing, that in Islam, the child has the birthright to know both of his parents, right? With adultery and cheating, sometimes that's not possible because said individual may not be the father. I'm going to give a few more minutes, then we're just going to get started. I'm just going to go ahead and I see somebody already left me a message. Okay. We're just going to go ahead and start the interview in a few minutes. I'll probably just put this clip up real fast that I wanted to share, and I will bring said individual in. Once again, the individual wants to protect the identity. Okay? I'm going to go ahead and bring to the stage. Well, so much for protecting the idea and identity. I forgive you. Nobody knows. Okay, we're good. Keep it right there, sir. Keep it right there. You know your door is open. Is that correct, Derek?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, Derek, just give us 1 minute and we'll get started. The topic for today is man cheats and regrets losing love of his life. And I am a terrible journalist. I put the camera on the guest. I hope nobody's seen it. Nobody's in here right now. Oh, man. Shame on me. How do we do that? That's okay. Nobody will notice that nobody's in here yet. So, what a beautiful Sunday. All right. Let me go and pull up this clip and we'll get started on. Go and play this. All right, we're almost there. Looks like we got two people in on the other line. Guest, are you still there, sir?
I am.
Good. Okay. It's having some technical difficulties. Give me 1 second. Somebody else is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I think we're going to just go and hop in. First of all, I'm very thankful that I have a newborn and a wife, and I definitely have the heat in here, about 100 degrees. The newborn baby wants to stay warm. I would just like to say thank you to Derek for showing up on such um, a terrible, I don't want to say terrible subject, but for you, a terrible situation, and your wife to be a terrible situation. Derek, I want to first apologize that we were having some technical difficulties at first. This will just be an honest discussion. It will be more of hello, do you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, great. Derek, let's first get into this, right? Let me first ask, you want to protect your identity and her identity as well. Give us a little background about how long you've been with said individual. You don't have to name those cities. You don't have to name names. How long have you and the said individual been together?
We've been together almost 3 years.
3 years. And
Yeah, but
according,
we've known each other since high school. So we our families are very entwined.
wow, wow. Now, so with this, we won't probably go in chronological order. We'll probably jump around and we'll allow people to ask questions too once people come on in. Um, the thing is this: how is said individual doing now? Are they crushed? Are they okay? Are you guys speaking?
We do text. We communicate a little bit that way. Oh, she's devastated. She's sad. She's angry. I mean, we literally we had so many things that were about to happen. Both financially and it's just, yeah, it's tough. It's real tough. I mean, if I've never felt so horrible for doing something to someone in my whole life. That's the God honest truth.
Now, from reading, when I asked you the email questions and stuff, from reading your answers, you said that you have kind of, in the last few years, kind of been like not a habitual cheater. I'm not saying that, but you've been free spirited. Is that correct?
I will say this with her. There's two incidents that happened, but prior to that, before being with her, I was a very free spirit for about 4.5 years, single. Just raising my daughter, things like that.
And let me ask you this as well. I just got a question in, okay, via Facebook. I'll get to them shortly, but let me just tell them. Okay, 1 second. Let me go ahead and remove that. Okay. I like to give our callers or people that send emails or Facebook messages, I like to give them um, what's the word I'm looking for? I like to give them kind of priority, right? This person doesn't want to be known, but she says she's a female. Um, I'm just gonna jump right into it. She said, "What made you think?" Let me make sure I'm reading this right. She said, "What made you think that it was okay to cheat on someone you love?"
I don't think it's okay. I don't at all. I there's no explainable reason or excuse for me to do what I did. Um, that's why, like I said, I am going to a therapist right now. I'm seeking counseling through my pastor. This is something that I will regret the rest of my life because whether we end up together or not, this particular individual was the greatest thing that had ever happened to me. So there's no reason or no excuse.
When you say the greatest, Go ahead and explain. What do you mean? Do you mean financially, physically,
No,
love?
no. I mean, just as far as just a pure person. I mean, she looked at my children like they were her children. She did everything that any man would ever want from a woman. She took care of me. She was funny. She's beautiful. She's spontaneous. I mean, like I said, she's everything that I'd ever looked for, and yet I still chose to do this horrible act. 10 minutes cost me the rest of my life potentially.
Okay, I'm just going to get right into the tough questions that every man and woman wants to know. 10 minutes. Set the scenario for us. How did you end up cheating on her?
So it was not it was not a physical cheat. It was actually over a messenger. So there was no physical contact. It
Wait,
was
wait. So what are we tripping for?
well, it was a picture, and I shouldn't have done it.
Wait, it was wait.
So I never physically did but from what I understand, and I've talked to, like I said, my therapist, and that technically is cheating.
Hold
If
on
you're
now. Hold on. You were looking at a picture?
No, I sent one.
Oh, you sent a picture of your private parts.
Yes.
Are you proud of your man downstairs?
Mm, Not necessarily. It
You
literally was
must
just
be to show it.
well, but they the it was the conversation ended with let me see. So I said, why not? Click, sent, and then literally right after that conversation was over, and I knew what I had done was so wrong. I knew it
Was-
immediately after.
But was your heart rate in the moment? What was it excited? The attention from a new woman?
You know, I think that I got caught up in the moment. Yes, absolutely. I got caught up in the moment. It was someone that I would never ever want to even be with.
Oh yeah, men don't listen. Let me explain something, y'all. Men don't need to love. Men don't necessarily even need to be attracted to the woman that they will cheat with, right? To
Right.
men, it's just
100%.
it's just the male. It's just the male beast, the conqueror, the drive.
And I've heard this before, and I know this sounds really crass and really probably, but it's the lion,
Right,
the
right.
hunter.
Yeah, and so we are wired in such a way. I'm not saying that I'm justifying cheating.
No,
I'm saying for a
me
man
neither.
to not be a cheater, he has to not only love his wife, love is not enough. Love is not enough to keep a man faithful. He has to have some type of fear of God, my understanding. He has to believe that his act will not only destroy his wife, his family, his community, but it has to punish him because men and mankind, not just men, now I'm going to include the women, we're very selfish creatures. We're very selfish creatures. And this is not a show to beat up men, like men are the only one that cheat. Some studies that say women cheat 3 times more than men. Of course, their options are easily accessible, more accessible. If you are watching the show, we welcome you. I got another text message and a John Messenger I need to respond to. So you didn't have you didn't physically have sex with the woman,
No, I didn't touch. I've never touched another woman
and
since
it's
we've.
over for that.
Yeah, I mean, she told
So
me from the get go. Her. She had two things that we always talked about. I don't like liars, and I don't like cheaters.
well, then she doesn't like humanity.
And
Most people lie or cheat under certain circumstances.
so
I'm not saying physically
and I
cheat.
respect that though, and I knew that going in. But once again, I thought that I could. I just never thought that I would have got caught, and I did. And
Right.
I'm paying the ultimate price, Sean. I'm paying the ultimate price.
Well, I'm definitely, my heart goes out to her and you, and I pray that God can restore that. Hey, honey, it's my wife. Yeah. I might have to, hey, baby, text me what you need. I'm in a live interview right now. This is the benefit from doing videos or interviews from your home, right? You can actually just stop them or tend to the baby. We have a newborn in here, so we're super excited. So you did not. I do not want to beat a dead horse. That's a saying in America. I just think so. You didn't sleep with anybody.
No,
When I got your story, I thought you were out there just slanging mad wood and just going crazy. And
no, no. But I she's she like I said, I other than this incident, this is what I did. Um, and like I said, I feel horrible about it. Obviously, I've let my bet. She's not only she wasn't only my lover, she was my best friend.
wow,
And so that hurts as much as the other part is that I let someone down that my family looked up to, my kids looked up to, her kids loved me, so I've let so many people down, and it's the first time that I really, like I said, I want to figure it out. So I am going to therapy. I am seeing my pastor. I don't whether it's with her or not with her. I never want to do this again, ever.
mm.
And I'm finding that I'm finding
So mm.
I won't stop searching until I don't do it again.
Got another question just came in.
Sure.
1 second. Okay, this is actually coming in from one of my Facebook friends. Says, why is he hiding his identity? Let the cheater be known. And of course, it's going to be a female as always.
Here's the
Oh
thing. I'll tell you why I'm doing it. I'm doing
no,
it
I
more
want
so.
I want you. Yeah, go ahead. Tell him.
I'm doing it more so for her, not for me. She's already been hurt enough.
Right,
She doesn't need to be pulled over the coals if someone does recognize who I am.
right.
Like I said, there's enough damage has been done. Enough damage has been done. So that's why. It has nothing to do with me.
Wow. So let's take it back just a little bit. I got another question just came in. God, the women are going to bash you, brother.
That's okay.
Ladies, don't come up here acting like y'all innocent because y'all be innocent. Y'all got game too. Um, it's crazy. Now, if we did this same interview at night, I don't know what it is, but my Facebook friends are night owls. They be on there, but it's uh, it's just interesting. I got just a message from somebody. This message,
I think
oh
that if I could say something real quick,
please,
if I could literally, if I could talk one female or male into not going and doing this to save their relationship, it's worth this interview. 100%.
oh amen. Listen, we may not get a lot of people to respond because the time of the day,
Sure.
but believe me, hundreds, and not thousands of people watch this. We stream this to our YouTube page, which has like 7,000 subscribers on one of the page, another 8 on another, and I have 5,000 friends on Facebook. And you're right. If we can just help someone
Yeah.
keep their tool in their pants, or ladies, keep your box zipped up, cheating is detrimental to the one being cheated on. And it also affects the person that's doing the cheating because cheating is like a drug. It is like a drug. From a personal person, from me, I've had a hard time being faithful to women over all the years, just being transparent and honest because I
Sure.
didn't smoke or I'm not justifying I didn't smoke or drink. My excitement was the new catch, the new prey, the attention. the rush. It made me feel like I was attractive. It made life exciting, you know? And so that's my perspective on it. Very hard for anybody in today's society to be faithful. You know, think about cheating 100 years ago. How'd you have to cheat 100 years ago? You had to physically run into a person, whether you knew them or not. You had to have a physical conversation with them. You had to physically plan it together, and then you guys had to pull it off. Well, let's look at today. Somebody can inbox your woman on Messenger, Instagram, TikTok, whatever it may be, and they can message your lady, or a guy can message the person can message your man. And once they get that message, that's when the test starts, right?
Yes.
I once heard a Christian preacher say, I wish I can remember his name. He said, temptation is like a guest, right? Walking by your house, it passes by as a stranger, right? You don't know it. The temptation goes by, right? It's just a stranger walking by your house. You invite it in as a guest. It enters as a guest. Now you start thinking about a process and oh, how good that felt to me. And then your mind starts getting excited. You start salivating. Whatever your heartbeat starts going, right? And then it stays as the master. And then it controls you. And then you are actually in the act. You are actually in the act. And it doesn't mean, in my humble opinion, it doesn't mean that you're a bad person. It just means you fell to the temptation. Old gangster told me before, temptation never takes a vacation, right?
Mm.
So you have to be on your guard. In all my studies, I honestly think that Islam, hey, brown sugar, I think Islam has the formula of all the societies I've studied. Islam is very clear about women and men not mixing unless they're relatives. Now, we know in American society, the churches, we all hug, we all embrace. And the way some of these ladies dress at church today is definitely tough on the brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, let me give my next, I should probably call her my co host, her Azar Muhammad. We go way back. Ladies and gentlemen, she needs no introduction, man. She will start a show. She will start a show. Y'all invite Brown Sugar.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. I apologize so short notice. I got the email from him. He was finally available. He's flying.
Yeah.
Brown Sugar, bring you up to speed. He wants to protect his identity for
Okay.
not for him, but for the sake of the lady that was to be his wife. He doesn't want her to get hurt. He didn't physically sleep with another woman. He sent a picture of his private part, a dick pic. So I asked him, I said, he must be proud of it, because if it was little like those guys run at night that threw those guys were invading our space, they wouldn't have been proud of it. So he got caught in a moment. They're currently not together. Now let me just jump right in. Could you forgive a man if he sent a dick pic?
They're not together because of a picture.
Yeah, him and the lady were chatting back and forth, and the woman was like, "Let me see how big your thing is," and he sent it. That's not bad, really, is it? Or is it bad? It's bad? Okay. So the tool has to be covered up. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us, come on in, give us a woman's perspective.
But you was with somebody.
Derek?
And
Yeah.
he was
I'm
okay,
sorry.
and
What was the question?
you was in a relationship.
I was. Yes, absolutely.
And so you were bored.
That'd probably be the most that'd probably be the only reasoning I can come up with, but there is no there is no excuse why I did it. I mean, I've owned it to my whole family, to her family. I'm not trying to hide from this time. I'm trying to take it on. Like I said, I'm going to see therapy. I'm seeing my pastor right now. there's just things that I know I shouldn't have done it, but yet I did, and I want to know why.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Sure.
Okay, so first of all, you're bored, and you had some extra time on your hands. So you must have got all your chores done. So do you think your chore list needs to be a little longer to occupy the time?
Maybe I am pretty. I will say this: I am pretty efficient.
Okay, but you got to remember, you're a human being.
Right.
You are a man,
Right.
and you can be a creature. I mean,
Right.
you get some time on your hands.
Right.
And you're curious. You was curious, wasn't you?
I think I've always been curious.
Okay.
Give her the history about, you kind of were like, according to your story, you were like kind of a late bloomer in school. You say you didn't really mess around with a lot of women, and then
Yeah, I was a late bloomer in school for sure. I mean, both my
Okay.
parents were teachers. Both my parents were educators. I was almost afraid of what could happen with a woman, with a girl, because like I said, all I kept on, my parents were just like, look, we don't need no little grandkids around here yet. So I was a late bloomer for sure. But once I hit college,
your face is
oh,
showing.
that's right, it exploded. Once I hit college, it was a wrap.
Listen, he got a little hair on his, and it started taking off, right? Hey, so let me ask you this, brother. Let me ask you this, sir.
Yeah.
What's the situation of you and the young lady now?
We do communicate. We text. We don't talk. We've talked twice. This happened 3 weeks ago. It's fresh. This just happened.
Oh,
It
right
just
in the
happened.
holidays.
Yeah. So we've been texting, but we don't talk much. She just pretty much she hasn't closed it down, but she said it's going to be a long, long, long time, long process. I need to see that you're doing all the steps I need you to do in order to maybe even someday have this work again.
Just for sending a picture?
Yes.
Okay, well,
Brown
first
sugar.
of all,
Am I tripping? Like, go ahead.
hold on. Okay, hold on. So, I mean, is of a way that you were communicating with
Sure.
the opposite sex.
Sure.
So, how betrayed did your queen feel when she thinks she's your queen and you're her
Oh,
king?
she's
That
crushed. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
She's crushed. She's
Yeah.
she's as, she's as sad and as mad as she's ever been. She's like, you were my world. All I asked you to do is this one thing. You were my absolute world. We were getting ready to purchase a home. I mean, yeah.
Wow.
Okay. Well, first of all, you got to take the heavy burden off of yourself. You got to forgive yourself, and then you got to ask yourself, was it that split of a second? Was it worth it?
Not even.
And you gotta communicate with your queen. You gotta tell her, look, I need to be told that I look good, and a little flirtation in the talk. You still got to have the date time. You got to keep the love of the entertainment alive.
Sure.
And
No.
we all
Yeah.
get tired. We get too relaxed. We get too comfortable. We take each other for granted that we forget to say, "Ooh, you looking good," or smack it on the butt, or something, or um, pop a kiss out just out of nowhere. You don't have to say no words. Like you're just passing through, and just give a little sugar and keep it getting it. Just little spontaneous things like that. But
Is that really okay for a woman? Is that really a protection? When your man does that, it makes you feel what? Because there's men that do that, and a lot of women still cheat.
well, we're all human. I mean, there's women that cheat and men that cheat.
So
But
how do we fight past the thrill of something new at the buffet?
you got to take a deep breath and
Don't eat those mashed potatoes and gravy that's looking so good over there. Just stay to the damn piece of fish. Don't bite that chicken that looks fresh.
Uh, better go back to the tossed salad.
You crazy. I hope Azar can jump on here. This just last minute.
Oh
I would
yeah,
love
it'll be lit. It'll be
yeah,
lit when he.
Azar, listen, Azar is gonna blast you, brother. Don't take it personal.
Okay.
Hold on.
Okay. So your name's Derek. I see your name's Derek. How old are you?
49.
Okay. So you're getting into that little transition where you're like, man, things ain't like they used to be, but you're going into a different age. And it's a challenge. Like, you just brought it going into 50. So, Sean, you can speak on this, can't you?
What? Yes, I can. What do you want me to speak on? Please tell me
You didn't hear what I said, did you?
about age. About age.
Yes, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm 25 with a white beard. Yes.
I know. Yeah, Mr. Santa Claus.
Mhm.
And by the way, your little baby girl, she is so
Oh my
precious.
God! Listen. Oh my God, she's so beautiful. Oh,
Yes, yes. You
Mr.
tell
Derek,
your wife.
Mr. Derek, I know you don't know my history like that, but my new baby is so precious. Oh my God. Of
That's
course,
awesome.
I'm biased. I'm a dad.
Congratulations.
Thank you,
And
sir.
she was a surprise for our understanding.
A big surprise. What do you call the little thing that flies over and drops it off? What do you call it?
Sean says him and his wife, they're parents again at the age of 80.
Yeah, that's what I said. Parents at the age of 80, How to Raise a Newborn Baby by ShawnSpilman. Damn, that sounds like a podcast. Hey, I'm trying to reach Azar right now.
He'll come on. Tell him to wake up. Hey, tell him I said that he's been playing the piano. His little background thing.
And you know what's crazy? When you see that other background somewhere else, you're like, wait, that's Azar's.
I know. I'm like, what are they doing in Azar's house?
It's a green screen.
Well, anyway, Mr. Derek,
Yes.
I'm sorry all that's happened with you through the holidays.
Thank
Y'all
you.
don't have children?
No, we've got children from previous marriages, both of us.
Are they
They're
grown?
all of them except I've got one that's not quite grown yet, but all the others are, yes, 19 and
Okay,
above.
so you still got one in the crib at the
I
house?
I do, yes. I've still got a little.
Okay. Well, just got to communicate,
Okay.
and it ain't gonna fix overnight.
No, I appreciate you saying that because, like I said, I've had many sessions already with my therapist, and she said, you just need to understand that I know that, in all your other relationships, you've kind of been in control. You have no control of this one this time. She has all the cards. If she chooses to, if she chooses to give you another shot, another chance, then, obviously take it. But if not, you need to tell her you're going to love her unconditionally. The bottom line is you want her happy. Whether it's with or without me, you want her to become happy and healthy again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I guess this was all on the phone.
It was all on through Messenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I've actually since taken all my social media. I've deleted everything. My therapist said it's the worst thing for me right now. Don't be jumping on that stuff. This
And I would
temptation.
have to and I would have to agree if it can't be maintained, controlled
Right.
for
Right.
the best of your interests.
100%.
Wow. Right here at the holidays, you said you're about to purchase a home.
Yeah, we were starting to look. Yep, she was getting ready to move down towards me, and like I said, I I don't. I mean, our families are intertwined. Even I mean, my sisters grew up with her. She's 5 years younger than me, but I mean, like we've known each other for 30 years. Our families.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So I mean, it's
So
a
you're
little bit
from,
more it's a little more complex than just meeting someone.
so you're here from Winston Trayford.
What's that?
You're here from Winston-Salem, Trayford.
No, I'm not. Nope, I don't live. I'm on the West Coast.
Okay. Well, you gotta give her some space
I
to
heard that
clear her
too.
head, and you clear your head.
Yeah.
And did you say y'all were engaged or
We
married?
were we were engaged. Yeah, we were planning on getting married potentially this summer.
So did she like say give her time, or she broke it off, or
Oh, we're broken off right now for sure. She's like, I'm not looking for anyone. I don't want anyone. I need to get, I need a lot of time just to figure out what just happened.
okay.
She's not. It's not like she's moving on. She just can't right now move on with me. So obviously I've told her I want to get better. I want things to be better.
Hmm.
I want to figure out obviously me. And then I told her, she said she's thinking about going to a therapist too. And I said, I think that'd be a great idea because you also need to process what happened and if it's something that we can maybe work out at some point because she truly is, even though I did this, she is 100% the love of my life.
So how long had y'all been dating?
3 years almost.
That's a good amount of time invested in there.
Yeah.
Well, so I mean, are you having to pay a therapist?
I pay a therapist. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I go
well,
see my pastor too, though.
yeah, it'd be great if you could talk with someone without having to hand the money out. But
Right.
because sometimes as therapists, they've not been through situations. They have
Right.
this certification, this, that, and the other, but it's like, geez, how could you really help me if you haven't been through it?
Right.
What kind of answers are you actually giving me? You're looking it up in a text or, a book or something like,
Sure.
okay, wow. Because some things, books just aren't, a manual's not out there for it.
Right.
Um, well, I hope it works out for you. Um,
Oh, me too. Thank you so
just,
much. I really do too. I
and
really
this is one of the situations you got to give it to God.
exactly. And
He's
that's you know
the
what?
only physician mechanic that can fix things like this that happen.
I sent her
But
just the other day Luke 137, and I just said, with God anything is possible.
right, and the best thing to do is, I mean,
Wow.
you can't just sit down. You got to, I mean, of course, pray about it, but you got to hand it over. I mean, you got to give it to God. Because you know
Mm,
how we say we give something to God and get impatient and we snatch it back real quick?
yeah.
Well, it's His time. Let Him
Mm,
take care of it. I mean, it might be, it might be 3 months, it might be 6 months or something for this to go back together. It might even be a year or something. I'm not trying to discourage you about saying a long period of time because you said you were planning on getting married in the summer months. Is that what you said in the summertime
yeah, in the
to get married?
summertime we were planning. We were starting to plan it. Yep, 100%.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But she also told me, if you don't mind me saying, she said that too. She was down in Vegas right after it happened. Oh, well, that's where I'm at. So anyway, we and it's one of those things where I wanted to see
There's a
her.
million people. Don't feel bad. There's a few million people in Vegas. Nobody's
Yeah,
gonna
I
know.
wanted to go down. I wanted to see her when she was here, visit her, and just take her out to dinner. And she wasn't ready, and I respected that. Obviously, I said I understand, and so I'm just like I said. She said, and I don't know if she was joking or not. She said, "Hit me up December 26th of 2024, and if you're still where you're supposed to be, we can definitely cross those lines again and see what happens." So
Sir, I have a joke / question. Is that your real mustache, or is that part of your hidden identity?
it's my hidden identity.
That thing is sexy, man. Where you get
No,
that
it's
thing
it's
from?
real. It's real.
Oh, Lord. So, wow. Love
let me look
Vegas.
closer. Do I have one? I don't think I have one today.
No, of course you don't
No,
have one. Brown sugar is crazy.
okay, so she gave you some motivation there, and she said 2024.
Yeah, I thought 2023 too. I was like, 2 days, I can do that. But no, she said
Oh,
2024. And I've talked to, and not to, but my daughter's also, she's actually a licensed therapist, so I talk to her quite often too. And she said the same
Wow.
thing. She said, "Here's the thing, you got to understand, Dad." She said she said if it, she wants to make sure that you really do fix yourself. She's not trying to jump right into something to get hurt again. She wants to make sure that you really, really do mean what you say. She wants
Okay,
actions, not words.
I gotta play devil's advocate. How do you fix that? How do you fix that? It's a natural urge. How do you fix it? You no longer gonna go jack off to porno? What? Like what?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, here's
You
the
supposed to
thing,
stop it
and I know
all?
it sounds crazy, is I'm trying to practice celibacy.
You see how
I'm
good
really,
that works for the priest in the churches, right?
I know, I know. Like I said, I'm not
They're
saying I'm
human too.
perfect.
Yeah, humans. Listen, this is a part of who we are, our DNA, our makeup. So you're gonna be celibate, right?
I'm not saying
Walk,
I'm trying to
you're gonna
be.
walk down the street 3 months
I
from
don't want to
now
lie and
and
say it's
blow a
yeah.
hose, blow a fuse.
Right. No,
So,
you know, I don't know how it's gonna. I don't know how. Like that's why like I said, I'm seeking out many different people right now. And I want. There's a big fork in the road right now, you guys. It's I can continue to do what I'm doing and just be like whatever, whatever. This is just who you are, or I can really make a change in my life and go, no, this is not who you are. You're a better person than this. You
right, you
don't
can
need to do
fast from the caffeine, you can fast from the dirty images,
yeah.
you can do all that, but you're still gonna get that urge. So I think what your wife, correct me, brown sugar, is just feeling. Now I'm gonna play the angel's advocate. We never say that. We always say the devil's advocate, right? When somebody, let me tell you how shallow, or not, I want to say shallow. Let me tell you how sensitive humans are, right? When we're single, we think it's okay to play around or whatever a person's moral compass is. I'm not here to determine that or decide that or put boundaries on it. But in America, at least, in our society, when a person's married, there's this ideal and concept that that's all you deal with. All your love, attention, affection is for that person. And that's well and fine, right? But now we live in a time where men and women do this all day. And men are creatures, visual creatures, but guess what? So are women. So
Oh
now,
yes.
yeah, maybe more so. Uh,
Uh-huh.
Miss Brown Sugar, I was reading some statistics, which I don't really like to get bored with statistics on the show, but they're saying now women cheat more than men. And I've always thought that the case because when I was free spirited, I was with married women, wealthy women, poor women. I just thought, man, I thought I was God's gift to women. I thought I was so sexy and so handsome that they just couldn't resist me. Then I found out some of them were just free spirited with whoever, and I just happened to be the individual in the line of the day. So,
You just happen to be available.
right, right.
You must have been
So
convenient.
I always hear these rappers being like, "Yeah, I slept with such and such lady." So what? Who slept with yours? That's not impressive. And women know it's not impressive when a woman says, "Oh, I slept with her husband." It's impressive to feed 1,000 children. It's impressive to be a good husband, a good wife, a good
Mm.
person, to be an activist. That's impressive. But to take the weakest of things and participate in it, it's not impressive. I'm gonna give you a little Islamic knowledge. Whether you view him as a prophet or not, but in Islam, the prophet Muhammad said that if you control two things, you'll get paradise. And they asked him, "Oh, Ya Rasulullah, oh messenger of God, what is it?" The tongue and the private part. If you'd stop that talking and you control those, paradise is guaranteed to you. And
Self-discipline.
those are the two hardest things to control.
Yeah, the self-discipline is hard.
Right. So I can play devil's advocate or angel's advocate. I can see it, to me, in one sense, it ain't no big deal. Hey, babe, so this, I know I got a little carried away. I feel like I grew an extra inch. I wanted to show it to the world. I feel proud of my man. Or hey, it is really a breach of her trust.
Right.
Yeah, and your tool is no
There,
longer.
what you went through is a human feeling, but you went over a boundary.
Right.
So you
Absolutely.
have to get yourself maintained, well balanced, and make some boundaries for yourself.
I
Now, is he
agree.
allowed to still? Is he
It
allowed to?
doesn't make you a rotten person. It doesn't make you no good, piece of shit. I just got to put it out like that. But like I said, you got to forgive yourself, and you got to, definitely give it to God and do prayer. But you got to go on. You can't
Yeah.
just sit and dwindle in it and backward. Because if you're
I
going
will say
backward,
this.
what are you doing? You're treading
Yeah.
backward. You're getting nowhere. You got to go
So
forward.
the first I came back down, went to my church that I've been going to for a long time, and my pastor there says it was so. I mean, you know how God works. The sermon was about embarrassment, guilt, and shame. The very first one I went to,
Wow.
and
But do this. I don't know how your pastor works. I don't know how your congregation is. I don't know what religion you're in or anything. But don't let this pastor make you come up and confess in front of the congregation.
oh
You don't
no,
have to
no,
do that for
no.
nobody.
Him and I've had private talks many times. I meet with him myself. But afterwards, I gave him the biggest hug, and I said, "You know what? I've dealt with embarrassment. I've dealt with guilt, but this is the first time in my life I've ever dealt with shame."
Right.
And he said, "Shame can change a person, so we've got to work on that for you, because you need to let that go at some point."
Yeah.
Mm.
Um,
Wow.
I don't know. It's something that you had to be embarrassed about. You're a man. You're human. Um, I guess maybe like a little shame because this hurt someone
Right.
because they felt like they weren't good enough. So,
Yeah.
yeah, um, but she ain't a bad person. So, you know,
Yeah.
you got to
You
tell
know that.
yourself,
Yeah.
got to look in the mirror and say, look, I am somebody's son. I am somebody's father. I'm somebody's friend. I will someday be somebody's husband. Things work out. And, and I don't know if you have siblings, you say, I am a sibling to someone. You are somebody. You're here for a purpose. But you, you just got to do that forgiveness. I mean,
I appreciate that, and like I said, yeah. I mean, I think once again, if I could take all the hurt that she's feeling and all the pain, that's what bothers me the most. I mean, I brought this pain and stuff onto myself, but she never deserved any of it, and that's what just tears me up inside.
okay. And you spoke these actual words to her.
Oh, many times.
How did she receive it?
Um, it's really up and down, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Some days she for 1 minute she's okay and we're talking. It's like, I just don't understand why you did it, but I still love you. I miss you so much. I wish you wouldn't have. But then the next minute, obviously she's pretty mad. Like, how could you do this to us? How could you? So it's very up and down. It's very up
Mhm.
and down, day by day,
Mhm. Okay. So she's still going through the process of feeling betrayed.
100%, 100%.
Well, let her get through her angry. I mean, she's got to get that out.
Yeah,
Um, and sometimes you have to go through storms to you know make the foundation with you stronger. It's different for everybody.
yeah.
I mean,
Dang,
these
No,
Bouncer, you
therapists
should be a
you can
therapist.
stay together and but not every relationship is the same. Everyone is very different.
yeah.
Might have some comparison, but it's all different. And everybody has to handle it their own way.
What would you do if you found out she did the same thing?
She asked me that, actually, and I know it's easy for me to say this now, but I I don't I don't think I would have cared.
Oh, he's a gangster.
And I'm being real. Like, I don't really think it was a picture. Once again, I get it, but I would have been like, okay, you know what? Don't do it again.
Okay, so what you're telling me is So with this person that you sent a picture to, did you communicate very long or something?
It was probably a 10-minute conversation.
Oh, oh, so it was just like
It was literally
done.
10 minutes. Done.
Was it on Facebook? Was it on the app?
Messenger. Yes, yes.
Messenger's a dangerous place.
Very dangerous. Very dangerous.
It leaves
Yes.
men and women at their own whims and their own desires, and they feel that they're in a safe place, even though this is all when you sign into when you agree to the terms of Messenger and Facebook and TikTok, you understand that these companies can actually see you live. They can read your messages, so somebody gets to see our stuff all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, so I like I said, I've gotten rid of all my social.
There's that mustache.
Yeah, it's fake.
It's a good looking mustache.
Yeah. So no,
Well,
go ahead.
I don't know. You said you're 49. Okay, so thinking back, like when you're in your 20s and your 30s, um, the things that we're impatient with, but as to how we grow and we slow down and we stop and we take things in to realize, what do I feel like my purpose is? What are my goals? What are my survival, techniques, this, that, and the other? What do I want? Um, what do I want to wake up to in the morning? What do I want to go to sleep at night? Um, where do I want my peace at? My sanity. I think it takes us till we're about this age to really realize that.
Sure.
And the um, the devilish of things out there, it's out there. It's easy to get to.
Yes,
Um,
it is.
but for the split second of the entertainment, then it can be um, destroying, just like a terrible storm that you're in a
Mm-hmm.
whirlwind you can't get out of. But you you just hold on to hope there.
Thank you.
Don't crowd her with communication. Don't you agree with that, Sean? Don't you think so?
Nah, Crowder, man.
Yeah,
Crowder.
just give space. Um,
I wish Azar would have saw that
where is he
video.
at?
Hold on, I wish he just saw that video. You had a man walk by.
Oh, that's Papa.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna remove myself for 1 second while you.
Papa doing his laundry, I think.
Yeah, I think that
We take turns with the washer and dryer.
if I could, obviously, and that's what I told her. I said if I could go back, I would, but I can't. So all I can do now is, like I said, try to move on and try to better myself, and hopefully, like I said, we
Yeah,
can
you just got to
someday,
keep high hopes and just,
looking back.
claim it and just say, okay, the plans was still to get a house, still go for that goal. May have to pause in between, but don't lose hope.
Thank you. I
You gotta
appreciate
you
that.
gotta be self-encouraging.
Right. That's all I can do. I mean, I've told her, and I continue to tell her, if it takes me day by day to earn your trust back, however long it may take, I'm not going to stop loving you. I love hard, and this is what it is. So this is just going to continue to, I'm going to continue to, to plan my course as if I'm going to be with you someday
Right,
again.
right. Well, things like that can get you down in the dumps and all that.
Yeah.
I never had this much traffic through the kitchen until you get on the phone. Ugh.
That's awesome.
Well, and it makes it even harder, right in the holidays and all that. 'Cause,
Oh
um,
yeah.
'cause
I'm
you
supposed to
think
be up
like,
there right now. I'm supposed to be up there right now because
oh,
we're in
you
different
are?
states. Yeah.
Well, just count your blessings for what you do have. Be thankful and grateful.
I appreciate that. I
Because,
appreciate that.
it's something that, if it's meant to be to work out, and if it's not,
It's
then it might be
yeah.
of a later time or something.
Yeah, and I appreciate all those words you say, because it's it's hard not to beat myself up every day, because I know what I potentially did give up for that split moment, for those 10 minutes.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got to switch my power cord here. Hold
All
on a
right,
minute.
switch away.
Yeah, I had to get my other cord fixed in. I didn't know Sean was going to be on live today. Where'd he go? Sean, where you at? He must be trying to get Azar on.
Oh, okay.
Have y'all put money down for a home?
No, no, no. We just started the process of looking. So no, we didn't put anything down. I mean, like I said, this was all just in. We're going to be about August before it happened.
Yeah, it'll work out. Just you gotta keep your hopes up and don't smother her.
So we'll just
Give her space and all that.
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I've heard.
When
Like I
Sean
said,
comes
text her
back
maybe in the
on,
morning. Yeah,
well, if you text her and she don't reply, leave her alone.
right.
If you was to
It's a good.
call her, she don't call back, leave her alone.
Sure.
Let her reach back out to you.
No, pretty
So,
much what I do
hey,
is in the morning I say I love you, good morning, and then if I don't hear anything, I say it at night. I love you, good night.
well, has she been responding?
She has. Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
she has?
We text probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 times a day.
Oh, okay. Because it could be
And
she
it's
just be shutting down for a minute.
yeah, and we text, she's sad and then she's mad and then we talk a little bit, but I just let her kind of voice how she feels, and I just kind of, I'm a sounding board for her right now if that's what I need to be.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
hey,
Sean must
when
have taken a
Sean comes
nap.
back, I don't know. When he comes back on, tell him that I'll come back on in a few. I think he's trying to get in touch with Azar. But
Okay.
okay, just hold on. He'll be back on, okay?
All right.
And then I'll come back on. All righty.
Hey, you there?
Barely.
Hey, hold on. We're still live. What's going on?
Nothing. She said she'd be right back. So
Okay, great. Okay, listen. I guess we'll just go ahead and end it. Sir, is there anything you'd like to say? If you could say anything to, while I left from use my bathroom break, did you show your face?
not really. No.
Okay, cool. So you're protecting the identity of the young lady. Listen, we're going to go ahead and close it out, sir. It was a blessing having you on here. I appreciate you sharing with us. If you could look to the camera, what would you say to the love of your life? What would you do different?
I would have never gone down that path. I love her each and every day. I choose to love her and only her. I pray that she seeks what she needs to out of this, and I get what I need to out of this. And at the end of the day, we still end up growing old and gray together. I love her so much.
Sounds like you really love her. Listen, I pray protection over you and her future relationship. I pray all of us strive to do better against temptation and never takes a vacation. We are human. Let's not beat ourselves up, but let's also be mindful of our actions can hurt other people. Derek, I thank you for sharing with ShawnSpilman. I'm about to end the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want to get on the show, email me or text me. I'll leave that all in the description. God bless you and thank you, Derek.
I'm
Please give
sorry.
me